All right, folks, do we think Bitcoin and Ethereum have bottomed here? We're getting a big bounce, but do we think Bitcoin and Ethereum have bottomed? And today we're going to talk about a very special category of coins that nobody's talking about. But guess what? Today, like literally 5 minutes ago, the founder of Coinbase just spoke about this. He says that's the next big thing. And Robinhood are getting right into it. Robinhood just invested like a few $100 million into starting this new thing, but there are a couple of coins that Pablo has already mentioned before. If you've been following Pablo, and you're probably already in it, you just don't know how big it is yet, right? That are already in this category, right in the smack bang in the middle of this category, right? I'll say that again. Robinhood and the founder of Coinbase, the largest exchange in America right now, are fully back in this narrative, and we've got a couple of coins that are smack bang right in the middle of this narrative. Okay, before we do that, let's have a look at the markets, right? So we have this big bounce today. Of course, we can see Ethereum doing this bounce here. And where did the bounce start? What level? What level is this? What level is this? 40, 50, 60. 40, 60. Pablo's call was 40.50 to 40.70 area. 40.50 to 40.70 area. Can we trust it? Is this a dead cat bounce? Here's the thing. I said around this area. See, this is 40.89. This was 39.34. This was 40.89 area. So I said we'll probably go to 40.70, 40.50 area. But it can wick through. It can wick lower, right, to as low as 3900. But so far, it's done a pivot right around this 40.70 area, right on there, on the button. Can we trust it though? Okay, first, let's have a look at Bitcoin. Where's the Bitcoin bounce at? Bitcoin also having a bounce, but look, this is just such a good sign that we're in altcoin season. Bitcoin bounced 1%. Everything else more than 1%. Everything else, like arrows up 12%. Arbitrum 9%, right? Fartcoin almost 7%, Flowkey 5%, Link 9%, right? Virtues 10%, almost 11%. So how did this move start? Basically, and it's not just crypto move either. It kind of started with SPY. Well, no, actually, crypto kind of started first. It would be quite amazing if SP 500 is able to close somewhere here. If we get something like 638 and above, then I believe this pullback has ended, especially for stocks and maybe for crypto as well. And up we go. That could be a lot to ask. And they all happened around, the stocks bottomed around 10:45 US time. Bitcoin came in earlier. Bitcoin bottom came in earlier. So this was not quite the level I was expecting a bounce. But if we look at Nasdaq Composite. Oh, and by the way, guys, I'm talking about all this because as you know, crypto pretty much follows stocks. If you want to argue that point, just have a look at this. This is the stocks Nasdaq chart. Tell me Bitcoin doesn't follow that, and it's like 20x bigger than crypto. So the level I gave in my Discord is around this 20.4K level, because that's part of this yellow channel, right? I thought we're going to bounce off here, right? We bounced earlier. And then the next one is around this 20.1 or 20.0 because of all these tops here. So right now, look, it's, as I speak right now, it's 1:20 Wednesday afternoon, New York time. And if Nasdaq Composite can close around 21.230, then I would consider it a bottoming tail, and up we go. But so far, if it does this on the close, then we're still, it's about 2.5 hours away from the close. So I don't think this is going to be hard to call. I need the daily closed to know if it closes like this, like where we are now, then I'd say we continue to go down. If it closes anywhere around here, giving us a big tail, now I'd say up we go. QQQ, also the same thing, kind of fighting it out right now. Okay, so, but the interesting thing is Bitcoin actually came first. Bitcoin actually made the turn. Bitcoin and Ethereum turned at the same time, and it did so before everybody else. Bitcoin bounce so far looks quite weak, right? I'll tell you why it is weak, because okay, before we get on to answering all those questions, first, let's answer the question of which crypto exchange does Pablo He-Man use? Well, Pablo uses this exchange that's non-KYC. That means you don't need to show any ID. That means the exchange can't even see who you are, right? That means the IRS can't see you, tax office can't see you, FBI, CIA, nobody can see you, right? Total privacy. That's why Pablo has made this deal with them. Trade with Pablo to win, right? They do weekly, not monthly, weekly prizes of up to $25,000 futures bonus, right? Just by depositing, also get a futures bonus, right? So we can see here, these are weekly prizes, win $2,000, $4,000, $8,000, $15,000, $25,000 just by trading. You can win on trading volume, right? Like even 60th place has an award, or win by P&L, right? Like even just the top 10. Okay, folks, this is limited time only. This offer finishes on September 12th, right? On the midnight, on the dot there. 2025. And if you're watching this on YouTube right now, then the link is in the description below. The link is in the description below. But if you are watching this on any other platform, that's okay. Just click on my profile page, and there's my link tree or Stan link. And it'll be the first thing that pops up if we click on it. Okay, right there. All right, because this is a great deal. Let's get right back to the markets. But keep in mind, folks, this is only on the Pablo He-Man link. Only on the Pablo He-Man link, this deal. Okay, so here, the way we can tell is that this bounce is so small that you would think it could be a dead cat bounce, right? That's what I'm leaning towards right now, and hasn't hit my target yet of support at least at 110K-ish area, right? Why do I say 110K? Because when it comes down here in 2 or 3 days, for one, we're bouncing off this this channel. Yeah, we can't call it a bull flag anymore because it's been broken, right? It's no longer a bull flag, this channel. And second of all, we've got so many tops around here, right? So we could bounce off this area. Now, in fact, I think the most likely support bottom, most likely, not that it will definitely happen, it doesn't have to, is look at this, 108 top, 109 top here. This is 112, 110, and 110. So we could go as low as like something like 108, 107, something like this, I think, right? Even 106 dip a little lower, but 107, 108, 109, 107 to 109 are the magic numbers. I think we definitely get major support there, and boom, up we go. The earliest levels where I can see support is probably like 110.5 or 0.6, somewhere around there, right near the bottom of this channel, and up we go. Why am I not confident on this bounce? Well, because so far the SP 500, the Nasdaq Composite, QQQ, none of them have shown a bottoming tail yet. Well, maybe in 3.5 hours after I've made this video, you can see, by the time you see it, 2 hours later or 4 hours later, you can probably see if there's a bottoming tail or not. If there is, then you can be a better judge than me, given the information that I provided. But here, look at this. This bounce is quite small, and that's quite normal for a dead cat bounce. And the thing is, it would be nice if we closed above here, right? Above 160. If Bitcoin can close above 116.3K, then we would have a bullish reversal pattern, but we don't. But what makes Ethereum so strong is that, well, just a moment ago, we nearly had a bullish reversal candle, right? Just a moment ago when I first started this video. And for it to do that, it needs to close above 4,315, 4,315. If we do that, right, we have a bullish reversal candle. So then we could actually say that ETH has probably bottomed, right, at the one of the major support levels Pablo was calling for, and ETH can make higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, and eventually break out, whilst Bitcoin makes, lower low, lower high, lower low, until it hits about 109, 108, and then up we go. So that's the situation I'm looking at. Now, what is that magical narrative that I spoke about at the start of the video? What is this magical coin that Pablo has been talking about? In fact, Pablo has been talking about it, and I believe a lot of you guys are already in it, especially if you're in my Discord. If you're not, some of the guys watching this on on other platforms are probably in it as well, because I've spoken about it a number of times. Okay, let's get straight into it. So here's the thing. What do we notice here? What's an altcoin, major altcoin that's doing well? Oh, well, what's this? Something that's doing 11% Arrow. Why is Arrow running up? Why is Arrow having this big run here? Well, is it because Coinbase founder Brian Armstrong has said that now, and now they're doing it, that all base chain coins are now tradable on the Coinbase app itself, right? So that and they're pretty much the first exchange to do that for any chain, I believe. Not even Binance does that for BNB. So that means Arrow is now and Arrow is basically the top and pretty much the only real DEX on base chain. So therefore everything that's on the DEX trades on this DEX on base chain. And now if base chain allows if Coinbase allows all the base chain coins, like the tiny coins, to trade, then of course Arrow, the main DEX, would benefit. But which coin am I talking about? Okay, without further ado, I'm talking about, what is this? Robinhood launches today. This is like within the last 12 hours, launches pro and college football prediction market, right? Robinhood launches NFL and college football prediction markets. This is John Madden coming to you. Anyways, so the key word here is prediction markets. What's prediction markets? It's kind of like sports betting. It's kind of like gambling markets, for lack of a better word. But now let's hear Coinbase founder, the only major, the really major American exchange, crypto exchange in the world, founder Brian Armstrong, talk about why crypto predictions market are top 3 crypto use case. Let's hear him saying this just now. This got released like 20 minutes ago.
What else would you include in that list?
Yeah, I think you hit the big ones. Prediction markets did, I'd say, enter mainstream consciousness during the last election.
For sure, that's a good one.
And the volumes have continued. And there's some more things on the horizon we could talk about, but I think you nailed the big ones.
Crypto is, I guess, load-bearing for prediction markets, like we just didn't have them pre-crypto.
Yes and no, actually.
Okay, just pausing there. What he actually said was prediction markets did really well in 2024 due to the elections. That's when everyone's betting on who's going to win. That's when everyone uses a lot of prediction markets. Sports is kind of consistent every year. There's similar volume every year. Let's hear what he has to say on why he's big on prediction markets.
There were prediction markets, I think, before crypto, and there's an open question kind of currently legally in the US about if you build them entirely on chain with self-custodial wallets, are they not financial services? In which case, they're much more permissionless about how they can be created, which is true in self-custodial wallets and other areas. So,
okay, folks, you've heard it straight from the horse's mouth, from the man himself. So basically, the reason why, and the coin is what? The coin is what, Pablo? So the coin is Predi, right? What's happened to Predi, Pablo? Well, hey, Pablo, what happened to Predi? Predi, Remember when it came down here, people were like, Pablo, what happened to Pretty? What happened to Pretty? Can you give an update on Pretty? Well, Pretty, bro, has done like an 8x, 10x from when Pablo has called it, right? And it's up from, oh my god, this is like 0004. Here's 014. So it's basically gone like 30x, 35x from the bottom, and 8 to 10x since Pablo called it. Okay, how does Pretty benefit from all this? Well, first of all, Pretty is on base chain. So you literally can buy it inside the Coinbase app. You don't have to go to Aerodrome, right, the DEX to buy it, literally. And second of all, the predictions, the bets you can make are literally going to happen on the you can literally make the prediction bets on Coinbase app, right? I'm not sure how to do it. I'm not a gambler. I don't do it myself. So but that's what they say with on the app. And by the way, I'm not sponsored by this coin or these coins that I talk about in this video. None of it is sponsored. So legally, I can say I'm not sponsored. Okay, I haven't even spoken to these guys. In fact, if you are Pretty Coin, then contact me. I've spoken about your coin like 4 times now, right? I'm a big holder as well. So if you want to contact me and pay me to talk about it, yeah, please do. So now, Predictabot. Basically, look at this. Make your predictions now, right? They're doing their own football market as well, but it's the other football. It's soccer, right? As Americans like to call it. Make your predictions now on either the PredictBase.app, the app itself, or on Base app, right? And Base app is basically seems like I could be wrong here. So it's not the Coinbase app, it's the Base app. But that's actually still pretty big. That's still pretty big. And the thing is, as I've been telling folks, that Predabot is basically has a big backing by the founder of Base Chain itself, Jesse Pollack. So yeah, as I've spoken about this a number of times, folks know this is Jesse Pollack, and he's basically the founder, builder 001 of Base Chain, and he's basically been tweeting and been supporting this Predabot. And so, he's showing up in their interviews. He's retweeting some of their stuff. So now you look at prediction market is growing, right? And as Brian Armstrong, founder of Coinbase, already explained, the reason why it makes sense for cryptos to do prediction markets, even though they've been around for a long time, is because it skirts around the regulations by CFTC. CFTC basically has this gray area that if you just have your own crypto custody wallet, a self-custody wallet, and if you make bets, then they don't call that a financial service. If they don't call that a financial service, then CFTC somehow don't have to grant you a license. You can do this. And I think that's how Polymarket does it. Polymarket doesn't have a CFTC license. And it's the biggest betting market in the world right now, but it's not on Base. It's on Polygon, right? Polygon-matic. That's why it's called Polymarket. And so that gives. There are other prediction markets and betting, or at least betting apps like sports betting apps. I know one or two on Base Chain. So it's not like it's. I want to tell you guys all the information, not just the pros, but also the cons. So it's not like it's the only app, but it does look like Predi, P-R-E-D-I, Predi has the support of both the founder of the Base Chain and the founder of Coinbase itself. So, so this looks like a very strong, coin. It could even list on Coinbase. You would think that's a possibility If we're looking at, because it just launched on July the 7th, if we're looking at the Fibonacci waves, we could say 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth wave, but fifth wave could be like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, something like that, right? Could be a big run. And it's debatable even if that is 3 and 4th wave, right? I do think that's 1 and 2. So basically, very bullish. Overall, very bullish on AI agents overall. This is another one on virtues. So as I've been highlighting lately, a number of agents on virtues are doing well, such as Wire, which is 717 AI Capital, which went for a 60x run since I spoke about it on this video. You guys all know this now. And also a Swarm. Swarm is another virtual AI agent that's starting to wake up as well. Dora is trying to wake up as well. And there's probably others that I missed, but that are doing well as well. Okay, thank you for your time, guys. I'll catch you next episode.